Good morning, children. Today in this class, we are going to continue with the same topic, that is human resources. Regarding human resources, we will continue with the same topic with census. Let us watch.
Hint: the first synchronous census held in 1881. The answer is B. 1872. Explanation: the first Indian census was conducted in 1872. However, the first synchronous census in India was held in 1881. Since then, censuses are held every 10 years. The recent census was held in 2011. Let us know about the change in population. Change in population in a particular region during a particular period of time. World's population has increased significantly. Have a look at the graph showing the increase in world population. Let us have a look at the animation of demographic cycle.
Here you see the children, the world population has increased significantly. Okay, here, the world population. Here, you see the look at the graph. How population has
The diagram tells us about the demographic transition model. This model attempts to show how population changes as a country develops. This can be divided into 4 stages. Stage 1, or the high stationary stage. During this stage, the birth rate and the death rate are both high. Population growth is slow and fluctuating. This is the pre-industrial era, when the level of technology was very low. Stage 2, or the early expanding stage. This stage covers the early industrial era. During this time, the birth rate remained high and death rate is falling. Thus, population begins to rise steadily. The third stage, or the late expanding stage. In this stage, the birth rate starts to fall, and so does the death rate. Population is still rising, but the rate slows down. This falls under the mature industrial era. The last stage, that is the fourth stage, or the low stationary stage. Both the birth and death rates are low. Thus, population growth is steady.
Here children, you see population changes due to 2 main reasons. Number 1 is birth rate and second is death rate.
The diagram tells us about the demographic transition model. This model attempts to show how population changes as a country develops. This can be divided into 4 stages. Stage 1, or the high stationary stage. During this stage, the birth rate and the death rate are both high. Population growth is slow and fluctuating. This is the pre-industrial era, when the level of technology was very low. Stage 2, or the early expanding stage. This stage covers the early industrial era. During this time, the birth rate remained high and death rate is falling. Thus, population begins to rise steadily. The third stage, or the late expanding stage. In this stage, the birth rate starts to fall and so does the death rate. Population is still rising, but the rate slows down. This falls under the mature industrial era. The last stage, that is the fourth stage, or the low stationary stage. Both the birth and death rates are low. Thus, population growth very steady. Let us know about growth rate. The information regarding the number of people is available for about the last 300 years. It is estimated that rate of growth of population prior to that had been very slow. During the last 300 years, growth of population has been at a rapid rate. The growth rate of population is the change of population which is expressed in percentage. Let us have a look at the graph showing population growth rate. In the beginning, the world population increased slowly. In the year 1650, total population of the world was 55 crores and now it is more than 7 billion. Growth rate has been increasing steadily. The graph shows the growth rate of population per annum from 1800 to 1970-75. Till the end of the 19th century, population growth was very slow. The reasons for slow growth of population are agricultural methods not advanced, enough food was not produced, improper health services led to a large number of deaths.
In 1804, the world's population reached 1 billion. In 1999, it reached to 6 billion. This rapid growth in population has been termed as population explosion. Reasons for population explosion are better food supplies, better health facilities, increased literacy rate.
Yes, children, look here. What are the reasons for rapid growth of population? So there are main reasons. Number one is better food supplies. Number two, better health facilities. And third one is increasing of literacy rate. So these are the three main reasons for rapid growth of population. One is better food supply, better health facilities, and increasing of literacy rate.
Let us have a look at the trend in world population growth as estimated by the United States Census Bureau.
So here the graph shows 1952, almost around 2020. You see the population growth. How it has been increased. 1950s, 3 billion, 70s, 4, 80s, 5, 90s, 6, 2000, 6 billion, 10, 7 billion, 20, 8 billion.
Let us have a look at the factors affecting population change. Growth of population depends on the difference between birth rate, death rate, and migration.
Children, remember, which are the most important factors affecting the population change? Population changes takes place always regarding the population due to three main factors. Number one is birth rate, number two death rate, and third one is migration. So these are the main points. So based on these three factors, population changes. Population growth increased. Number one is due to birth rate, number two due to death rate, as well as migration. The main factors. Growth of population depends on difference between birth, death, and migration.
Birth rate and death rate. Birth rate is the number of live births per 1,000 people in a year. Let us have a look at the map showing the birth rate in the world.
Look here, children. The definition of birth rate. Birth rate is the number of new births per every 1,000 people in India. That means how much for 1,000 people, how many children are going to take birth in a year, within a year. Okay, birth rate.
Death rate. Death rate is the number of deaths per 1,000 people in 1 year. Let us have a look at the map showing the death rate per 1,000 people in a year.
So how many people are going to die in a year for every 1,000 people? So death rate means the number of deaths for every 1,000 people in a year.
Natural growth rate is the difference between birth rate and death rate of a country.
Children, what is here natural growth? So natural growth means here the difference between both birth as well as death rate. The difference between both birth rate as well as death rate. Rate of a country can be known as natural growth rate. Look here. Natural growth rate is the difference between birth rate and death rate of a country.
If birth rate is higher, natural growth rate is positive, that is, population increases. If birth rate and death rate are equal, the population remains steady. If death rate is higher, natural growth rate is negative, that is, population decreases. Life expectancy is the average age a person is expected to live.